I want to start from the scratch. What is R1, R2, R3, ECC, and S4 HANA. But here, most of the people are experienced people. They are eagerly waiting for S4 HANA topic. What exactly S4 HANA they want to know. So what I do today, I'll discuss about S4 HANA. Then from tomorrow onwards, I'll start from the scratch from R1 to R3 and then ECC. Then how S4 HANA came and what are the technical differences between each and every software. As a basis consultant, you should know that exactly what we are having when we install ECC6. What all the software components you will get when we install S4 HANA? What all the software components you will get? You need to understand that. Okay, and after ECC 6.0, they came up with SAP S4 HANA. What is SAP S4 HANA? Why it is not ECC 7.0? Means SAP S4 HANA is a new product line. They are saying what? Highlighting what? New product line. It is not a legal successor of any SAP Business Suite product. It is not a legal successor of any SAP Business Suite product. Business Suite products are what? Your all SRM, CRM, all those, plus your ECC6. All these comes under Business Suites, right? So it is not a successor of SAP Business Suite or your SAP ERP. It is a completely new product line. So how it is new means this software only runs on in-memory database, whereas all your business suite products and your SAP ECC6 will run on any database. That is new architecture and data models. How the in database you are having data models, right? Data structures. The structure is completely changed now. Renewed application, new applications came into market. New UI and user interface, user experience is changed. Earlier we used to use a GUI, right? Now everybody is saying Fiori. By from a presentation layer, we install GUI, but now we are installing SAP Fiori. Cloud and on-premise deployment models. Earlier you don't have this cloud deployment model, right? Like Rise with SAP, Grow with SAP, public cloud, private cloud. You don't have that option, right? We used to do on-premise installations. This is the way SAP S4 HANA is completely having a new product. It is not a successor of your ECC 6.0. Don't think that ECC after ECC 6 SAP has did SAP S4 HANA, so both are same. No, completely different product. And who is saying this? SAP is saying this. What SAP is saying? SAP S4 HANA is a next generation business suite, but it is not another new version of R3. So after ECC 5.0, then they came up with ECC 6.0. The successor of ECC 5 is ECC 6. ECC 6 successor is not this. It is a new code with a new data model. Who is saying this? SAP is saying this. SAP S4 HANA. So first major question generally we will get like this. What is the difference between ECC 6 and S4 HANA? ECC 6.0 versus S4 HANA. So you come across this question, right? So I can say it is a rubbish question. It is a rubbish question. Why? ECC 6 is what? ECC 6 is, it is a one of the product of your business suite. ECC 6 one of the product of business suite. Your S4 HANA is a business suite. Got the difference? So I'll give you an example. What is the difference between Mumbai and India? Mumbai is a city, India is a country. If I say what is the difference between Mumbai versus Delhi? So both are cities, you can compare. Like in US also you can compare both the cities. But can you compare one city with your United States? No, the same question is also same like this. ECC 6 versus S4 HANA. So instead of that, you can say ECC 6 versus S4 HANA server. This is a valid question. ECC 6 is a ERP component. S4 HANA is a ERP component. But S4 HANA is a business suite. SAP itself saying, right? What is S4 HANA? It is not a ERP component. S4 HANA is a next generation business suite. Right? It is not a single product. It is a combination of different softwares, but it is not another new version of R3. R3 is what? Your business suite. It is a new code with a new data model. Got it? So you should compare with ECC6 versus S4 HANA server and the versions like 2022, okay, 2020, 2021, 1610, like this. We'll discuss about the versions later. So how they started this? So what is this S4 HANA? Why we are calling it as S4 HANA? Sorry, correct abbreviation of S4 HANA is what? Anyone?
Suit for high applicants and availability.
Ha. So suit for HANA database. Suit for, it's not for, it is for. Suit for HANA. So why they are writing for there? Why they are writing for means, so your R2 is the first innovation, then R3, where you are having that R3 4.7, 4.6, then ERP means your ECC5 and ECC6, then the fourth generation one, this one. So the fourth major change in SAP, for that they are using 4 here. So you should read it like suit for HANA. For HANA means this suite means the collection of these applications only runs on HANA database. S for HANA. It is not S4 HANA. Yeah, you can call it. No problems. But actual meaning is suite for HANA. So why they are writing 4 means it is the fourth major change in the industry. R2, then R3, then ERP, then S4 HANA. Okay. How they change it and what is the difference between these things? So they started with R1, then R2, okay, then R3, then your MySAP ERP means your ECC6, then they released Business Suite, then S4 HANA. So what that major difference here is your R2, R3, your 4.7, your ECC 5.0, ECC 6.0, they can run on any database. So it is not database specific, database independent. But when it comes to your S4 HANA, it is a database independent. It only works on HANA database. How this SAP is, I can install on any database. How? How they are designing that code. Can I remove this one? Hello.
Yes.
So this is my application. Any SAP application. Okay. Any SAP application which is supported. It is a database independent, right? Database independent means you can install any database. Can you name few databases?
HANA, Oracle,
First,
MySQL.
Oracle, okay,
DB2.
MS SQL, okay,
Yes.
DB2, sorry, DB2, and any other database? MaxDB.
Sybase.
Okay, I'm going with a few. So it is database independent. Your SAP application, let's take ECC 6.0. It is your database independent. How it is database independent? How they are writing this code? First, you should understand that. So every database will understand one language, universal language. What is that? SQL,
SQL.
right? Every database will understand SQL language. Okay, commonly they can talk with SQL database. So to do any developments in that particular database, Oracle, MS SQL, DB2, every database has their own native SQL, right? You can hear this native HANA developer, right? Native SQL. So MS SQL has its own native SQL. Oracle has its own native SQL. DB2 has its own native SQL. Okay, now when they are writing this code, this application code, they are writing in Open SQL format. Open SQL, there is something called Open SQL. which can be understandable by any database generally. So when they write something and they want to connect to the database, now first it will go to DB interface. They'll be having something called database interface. So when they connect with this query, open SQL query, it will connect to the database interface. This database will interface will convert that open SQL statement into underlying database format, Oracle's native SQL format. Like that, these all applications, SAP applications, are database independent till date. Up to here, R2, R3 or ECC, they used to write code in OpenSQL format. So this DB interface is converting that into whatever the database, underlying database, in that format it is converting. So it is supporting to all the databases. Now, all these companies are having some rivalry, right, in the business perspective. So major threat for SAP is who when it comes to databases, uh, ERPs, Oracle. Oracle has having their own ERPs, right? And when this SAP, every company has some marketing heads. When this SAP marketing heads will go to uh, some clients, some business owners, so what they'll ask first to, okay, I'll go with your SAP application, SAP ERP, which database I need to use. SAP don't have any database earlier. Now they are having. Earlier we don't have. So whatever you want, you can go with that database. So when they go to Oracle, what Oracle say? Most of the people will use Oracle or MS SQL, right? So Oracle, what they say? Why you are going with SAP ERP? I am also having my own ERP. If you go with my ERP, I will give you in a discounted price ERP application as well as database. I'll give you in one contract, one license. So it is a threat for SAP, right? So SAP don't have any database. So what they have done, they have come up with a new database called Sybase. They have acquired already. This is not SAP developed, AC, right? They came up with a Sybase database. Now SAP is saying, I am also having Sybase database. You can take this Sybase database for less cost or free. If you take my ERP, I'll give free. Whatever the offer they'll give, they will provide. It depends upon customer to customer. No, all customers don't have same pricing for license. Remember that. Okay, that depends upon the customer size and business size. Okay. Now, why the which one is the most famous database according from apart from along from these databases? Majorly we find Oracle database or MS SQL, right? So these are all databases are proved in the market. Already they are having some list more than 50% share in the market. So why should the customer will go with the Sybase database, right? Obviously they will go with the Oracle database only. Now SAP has to change the database, their own database. They have to come up with a new, their own database. Very badly they require that requirement. So they came up with a new database called, what database?
Hana data.
Hana database. They came up with a new database. Okay. Already these are all big vendors of the database. Now you came up with a Hana database and asking everybody, you just please convert to SAP Hana database. I am having my own database. I haven't proved in the market, but you are saying please convert to Hana database. Will the customers move to Hana database without having the features? You should tell them good features of Hana database. You should convince them with your database. There are so many database daily they are coming into the market. Why should I go with the Hana database? Yes or no? So what SAP Hana? How SAP Hana database is different from these databases? SAP Hana is what? What is Hana, guys? Anyone? The abbreviation of Hana?
High performance
High performance,
analytical
high performance analytical appliance. High
package.
performance analytical appliance. Two important things here: analytical and appliance. What is the meaning of analytic? Means this database is earlier the main aim of this HANA database they introduced in the market is for analysis. These are all what? Your transaction. In database, we are having two things, right? OLTP and OLAP, online transactional processing and online analytical processing. So what happens? Your production system will have OLTP database, means day-to-day transactions they'll have. Let's take your company started in 1953. So now the year is 2024. Okay, do you maintain all this data in your production database? If you want to search yesterday's some sales order, it has to fetch the data from entire this, let's take 10 TB of data. Is it a good practice? So what these companies will do, they will maintain only current running year data, 2023 and 2024 data in your production database. Remain all historical data. Will it change historical data? No, it is a static data, right? For storing this historical data, they use OLAP, online analytical program. That technology is what called as data warehousing technology. What is the meaning of warehousing? Warehouse. It's a go down. Data go down.
storing data.
So where you store all the historical data. So why you use this historical data? For your management decision support system, management information system. If you want to take any decision on your business, if you want to give some offers on your business, you have to analyze your business, right? So how you analyze? By using historical data. For that analysis purpose, they came up with your HANA database. It is first, it was for released for OLAP things, for analytics. And another important thing is appliance. What is the meaning of appliance? Appliance means you will be having software plus hardware in it. Example, your television, refrigerator, right? Your washing machine, all these are having hardware plus some software is installed in that. That is what called as your home appliances, right? So this HANA is, earlier it was appliance. Only few hardware vendors used to support. IBM, HP, Fujitsu. These type of hardware vendors are giving
Hello?
one machine to you, giving one machine to you which already pre-installed HANA
Hello?
database in that. Please mute. Okay, so if you purchase that hardware server, the server hardware resources are there and HANA database also installed there. Up to, in HANA we are having two versions. One is HANA 1.0, second one is HANA 2.0. So up to HANA 1.0 SPS 05, we'll discuss about this version. It was only appliance, means you are not allowed to install your HANA database in that machine. You have to order your machine with this hardware vendors. They will install your software into that and they'll deliver you. So after getting that mention, just some small configuration activities you need to do. You need to change your SID and host name, something. You can do some minimum configuration. For that, we are calling it as appliance. So when HANA database is released, it was for analytics and it was only the appliance. But after HANA 1.0 SPS 05, any certified vendor, certified consultant, technical consultant can install HANA database on their desired hardware. At that time, only few hardware vendors are supporting for HANA database, but now almost all hardware vendors are supporting. If you are having a hardware, now even we are installing HANA database, not certified consultants, right? So that is what HANA. So they came up with this HANA database. Why they have to convert to HANA database? First thing, okay, when they have written this code, ECC code, they have written this code to fetch the data from the hard disk. But your HANA is what? In-memory database. HANA is a in-memory database. What is the meaning of in-memory database? So all your data is storing into your RAM, into your memory. All these traditional databases save where their data, where you find the database in your hard disk. So this code, this old code is written for fetching the data from the hard disk, not from the memory. Now this ECC6 also they have changed something. They have written some code for this HANA database as well. Now, if you install ECC6 on HANA database, yes, it is accepting HANA database, and you are getting good results when compared to traditional databases. Are you getting 100% of the result of HANA? HANA is a high speed database. It is, you cannot say HANA is a database actually. HANA is more than a database. What is exactly database? Database is to store the data. Database is just a container which holds the data. So you can organize your data in a structured manner so that you can fastly insert the data, fastly retrieve the data. At the same time, it has to provide security to your data. If something goes wrong, you have to recover your database. This is what exactly database. But this HANA is not a database. If you ask 100 basis consultants, what is HANA? They will say it is a database. But it's a wrong definition. HANA is more than a database. What is a HANA? And we'll discuss in detail. As of now, just I'm giving you the introduction. So now the performance got increased. Okay, fine. But tell me one thing. You and one international swimmer, both are there. Both are in same well, a small well. Who will perform better? There is no place to swim. Maximum thing what they can do? They want to drown. That's it. But if you take these two people to the open water or open swimming pools, then obviously your international swimmer will perform better. He will show his efficiency, right or wrong. The same thing is happening with HANA database here. Even though HANA database you are using, but your code is written for what? To get the data from the hard disk. But this HANA database is storing where? The data in the memory. Got it? So to get fully utilization of this HANA's efficiency, this code is not sufficient. This code is not good. So they have to change this code, the necessary. For that reason, they have come up with a new code line called S4 HANA. So first, take this example. If you take this SAP ECC 6.0, out of this code, the size is what? 250 GB. The software size is 250 GB. From this, 70% of the code is related to your performance only. The sad thing. Actual code you require 30%. Actual data you need. But to get the data from these hard disks to application level, you have to write 70% extra code. That is the reason it is taking 250 GB of huge space for your software. I'll show you a small example. See, now when they changed a new code in the year of 1992, from R2 it is dependent of mainframes. It only runs on mainframes. After that, it is database independent, operating system independent. For that, they have to change their code line. So on which programming language they have written this code? ABAP programming language only. When the year of 1992, it is a drastic change for SAP. So SAP's stock value went up to more than 200% in the year of 1992 with this new code line and R3 architecture. After that, they stayed on R3 architecture only. Now also they are staying on R3 architecture only, but in that same code, they're adding some new enhancement, new functionalities, new features for your R3 4.7 to ECC 6, ECC 5, ECC 6.0, NetWeaver 7. Your business suite for all these softwares. But now, after coming of HANA, this old code is only for picking the data from the hard disk. So they entirely changed that new code, completely rewritten the code. It's a completely new code line which supports to fetch the data from the memory. So when it is fetching the data from the memory, is there any database which is fetching the data from the memory, which is holding its data in the memory? Only one database is available in the market, which is that your HANA database. For that reason, they have to change the code. See another example. See, so if you observe the code now, so why you are having 70% of extra data means you will be having actual data is this, these two tables. But if you want to do any aggregates, so this database is very slow database. This all traditional databases, they just holds the data. All the logic works at application level. So prior to the aggregates, they will create some aggregate tables and they will maintain these aggregate tables and indexes, history tables, aggregate tables, index tables, history tables. This will take up. See, if you observe the size, actual size is this much. Actual code. Additional code needed to improve the performance. How much code? What it is having? Aggregated tables, indexes, and history tables. Now, after coming of HANA database, your HANA database is not, it is not just for holding the data. It is a high performance machine. So by having a good processor and the memory, how it is using that processor and memory, we'll discuss later. And it is having so many engines in that, so much intelligent database it is. So it is doing aggregates in the fraction of seconds on the fly. You need not to maintain aggregate tables earlier, and you don't need indexes. Your row store tables. See, this HANA database is having columnar store tables. In columnar store tables, every column is working as an index, so you don't need indexes. You don't need the history tables. So if you compare this in your ECC, you need all these history tables, aggregate tables, and aggregate all these tables. Actual data is this. When you change this code from ECC to S4HANA, see how drastically it is changed the size. Yes or no? So earlier, see, if you observe here, if it is a traditional database, it is 593 GB. My database size is 593 GB. When I moved to HANA, it went down to 118 GB. Just HANA. If you install that database, your entire data into HANA, traditional database to HANA database, you need not to do anything. You need not to do any compressions, any partitions, nothing. Simply you install, you convert that, you send the data to HANA database. It will go to 118 GB with old code. If you go with the S4 HANA, the new code, now all your this table's gone, this code is gone, history tables, aggregate tables, all this code is gone. Now see the size, 42 GB. From where? 593 GB to 42 GB if you maintain S4 HANA with HANA database. If you go with only HANA database, not S4 HANA, ECC6 with HANA, 118 GB. S4 HANA with HANA, 42 GB. From that also, you can reduce it up to 8 GB by using some data aging techniques. We are having something called multi-tier tiering, data tiering techniques, right? Hot data, cold data, warm data. So you can, where is 593 GB, where it is 8.4 GB. For that reason, they have changed their code in 2015. They directly didn't change the code. How they have done this? So first, wait for a minute. Yes. Wait. Okay, take this one. See, first your ECC 6 EHP 02 EHP8 is working on any database. Fine. Then after coming of HANA database, this they checked your suit on HANA. Means ECC 6 only, EHP 7 and EHP 8 only they changed this code. This they run on HANA database. It went well, got success. Then from that business suite, they have taken one module called finance. The major issues, the performance issues will come with finance module. So they have taken one module and they changed that code for HANA database. So they named it as SAP Simple Finance and they released 1503. The entire software is same, the old code, but this only finance module they changed. They have seen drastic improvement in the performance. Immediately in the year of 2016, they came up with a new business suite called SAP S4HANA. Means all entire code is changed from 250 GB to some 25 to 30 GB. The software come down. Why? It has removed all these aggregate tables, history tables, and indexes, everything. Why? Why they removed all these things? Because of underlying database. What is their underlying database? HANA database. On the fraction of seconds, it is doing aggregates. It don't require any index tables. Nothing it requires. So, based on this HANA data, to get the full efficiency of this HANA database, they have to change this code. For that reason, they came up with a new code line in the year of 2015. Is it clear? Any doubts up to here?
Jahangir,
Yes.
the new program is also written with ABAP programming.
Yes, exactly. ABAP program only. But yeah, good question. See, what happens? Okay, when you are writing this program, you are writing the query to fetch the data from the hard disk. So same library files, same binary files, same your runtime environment, everything is the same, interface are same, but the way how you write the code is different. So if you are a developer, if you are working on this old traditional your R3s and R4 ECC systems, if you write the same code on this HANA database, not useful, right? So for that you have to write a different code for HANA database. For that reason you got ABAP and HANA. Nowadays all our basis consultants are learning what? HANA database administration we are learning. Earlier we used to learn DB2 or Oracle, right? These developers, these ABAP developers, nowadays they are learning ABAP and HANA. So how you write a ABAP code on HANA database, for HANA database? So if you don't have HANA, how to write a code on HANA database knowledge, and if you want to work on S4 HANA, no, not possible. So same ABAP programming language only, but the conditions are changed now. Now you are fetching the data from the memory. Earlier you used to get the data from the hard disk. So you have to do some changes, right? Some custom codes you have to do for already existing code. For that you need to learn ABAP and HANA. So this developer also have to enhance their skills on HANA database. The programming structure, that is what I'm saying. The structure, the data model is changed now. Earlier we used to maintain aggregate tables, history tables, and indexes. Now no need. Simple. You have to write a different new code with very less code. That is what your S4 HANA. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So what changed is HANA database. So footprint reduction, yes, obviously your data footprint is less. How it is lessing your data footprint? How it is lessing your data footprint? So your code is not now 250 GB. Now it is a less. Yes or no? So footprint is reduction here. User experience. You're using what now? Instead of GUI, we are using Fiori now as a user interface. So you cannot say it is as a user interface. You can call it as a user experience, a new experience it is. So at a GUI level, you are using Fiori. At a database level, you are in HANA. You are using HANA database. Okay, I'll show you this one. How it is changed now. Yeah, see. Earlier you used to have SAP GUI. Now SAP GUI are Fiori. Earlier you used to at presentation layer. At application layer, now you are have earlier you used to have SAP ECC6 code. Now SAP HANA code. Earlier you can use any database or HANA database, but now HANA database. So at a presentation level change, at application level change, at a database level change. The drastic change. So can I say it is a successor of this old code? No, it is not a successor of old code. It is a completely new product. So mostly the people will think that Fiori is for HANA database. No, Fiori, SAP S4HANA came in 2016, but Fiori before 16 only we are having Fiori. Yes or no? But now everybody who are implementing S4HANA into their organization, they are using Fiori. So all our basis consultants are thinking that okay, Fiori only works on S4HANA. No, if you are having your old traditional ECC systems, CRM systems, BW systems in your landscape, then also you can connect this Fiori to them. And do we need only Fiori? We don't use GUI. Who will use GUI? Who will use Fiori? So when you install, you need to configure to get this Fiori. You need to add some add-on components like a Fiori front-end server, Fiori content. To do that, you need to log in into the system first. For logging into the system, you require GUI. To activate all these Fiori application completely, you need to log in into the system before starting the Fiori. So you require GUI as well. So who will use this Fiori means administrators can use Fiori, developers will use Fiori, and end users, mostly end users will use the Fiori. What is the disadvantage of SAP GUI, guys? So if you want to use SAP GUI end user, they have to install this SAP GUI application on there, and they have to give that values, all the credentials. If it is a Fiori, he can log in from anywhere, na? From browser is enough. They'll give you the URL, from URL they can log in. So for doing all these configuration, you require GUI. GUI is there. Without GUI, you cannot configure Fiori. Can we configure Fiori without GUI? So no end users will log in. Nowadays, no end user is logging into GUI. Everybody is using Fiori only. How we need to install Fiori? What are the advantages of Fiori? How we configure Fiori? We'll see. And the difference between ECC and S4 code, you know the difference, right? And here different databases and HANA database. So can I introduce you HANA, or can I go with the S4 HANA deployment options? Okay, I'll go with this one. So what is the difference between ECC and S4 HANA server? So in ECC, no intelligent technology is available, but in S4 HANA, along with this ECC components, as well as they included this machine learning, robotics, artificial intelligence, voice recognition, everything they are included for future generations, for future business needs. That's why I'm calling this SAP S4 HANA as a intelligent ERP. It's not a ERP, it is an intelligent ERP, you can say. And this ECC works on your disk-based databases. S4 HANA only in-memory database. Here you will be having complex data models in SEC. Here simple data model. Here you are having legacy user interface, SAP GUI. Here you are having Fiori. And deployment, where you can deployment your ECC on-premise only. Means on your organization, on your client location, you are taking servers, you are installing that. But when it comes to S4 HANA, you can install on-premise, you can install on cloud, and you can also do the hybrid deployment. For ECC, you're getting support till 2027. After that, everybody has to move S4 HANA. SAP is saying what? Everybody has to move to S4 HANA. The deadline is what for S4 HANA? To convert to S4 HANA? 2027. So after that also, for 3 years, they are having extended maintenance. So 2030 is the last date. After that, you have to convert to S4 HANA. And tell me one more thing. So SAP is commanding their customers convert to S4 HANA and migrate to HANA database. When the companies will demand their customers, when they are having monopoly in the industry, SAP is having monopoly in the industry, ERP industry. For that reason, no other ERP is competitor for SAP now. SAP has acquired more than 70 to 80% of the industry, right? Somehow other 90% of international revenue is touching SAP, some service report. So for that reason, generally customers will demand the companies, but here the company is demanding the customers, forcing the customers to convert into S4 HANA and HANA database. Why? They're having monopoly in the industry. For that reason, they are saying, they are giving these deadlines. Okay, now you are having ECC system. Now you are having ECC system in your landscape. Then if you want to go to S4 HANA, what are the deployment options I am having? So there are three options. One is new implementation. Second one is conversion. Third one is selective data transition. You may heard this term called greenfield, brownfield, and a blue field. They are giving some rainbow of colors for this type of implementations. Have you heard these terms? Greenfield, brownfield, and blue field? Hello?
For migration we use, Jahangir.
Yes,
Yeah,
we had it.
yeah. Exactly definition of a greenfield. There is no exact technical word for greenfield. They're just giving some fancy colors for these conversions, but they are having three transition scenarios as a technical guy. One is new implementation means how you do the new implementation means take a new SAP system, install complete new SAP. Okay, take a new hardware, install SAP S4 HANA into that. After that, use few of the migration. So you are having ECC system, boss. You're having ECC system or any third party system. Take one hardware, install S4 HANA into that. Okay, it's a brand new plain vanilla S4 HANA system. After that, this S4 HANA is having some migration cockpits. So by using these functionalities, or else you will be having some data services provided, or else you can write some custom programs also. By using these data loading model, you can load all your existing business data to that system. Simple. So install a plain S4 HANA system, and by using migration cockpit, S4 HANA migration cockpit will be there. So what is that? System migration cockpit, something is there, the name legacy system migration cockpit. Okay, LSMC, legacy system migration cockpit. There is a tool in SAP. By using that, you can transfer your business data, whatever you want. If it is a third party system also it will work. If it is an existing ERP system also it will work. That is what called as a greenfield implementation. Greenfield implementation means a fresh new SAP system you installed. After that, from your legacy system, from your old, whether it is a SAP system or non-SAP system, you are moving whatever the data you want to that system. That is what called as your greenfield implementation. Just I'm going outer line. I'll explain in detail. The next one is what? Brownfield. What is that brownfield? Brownfield means conversion. Brownfield means conversion. Most of the basis consultant will get confused here with these terms called conversion, migration, upgradation, and implementation. So what SAP is saying, if you are converting from ECC, means that you are already existing SAP customer, you are converting to S4 HANA. That is what called as a conversion. It is not a migration. When you call it as a migration, okay, you are having your ECC system with Oracle database, not HANA database. So you are converting this Oracle database to HANA database. Your application is ECC only, and you are migrating from Oracle database to HANA database. At that time, you use this technical word called migration. Migration means only your database is changing. That is what called as a migration. What is conversion? Conversion means, okay, if it is a successor of ECC6, then you can say upgrade. But ECC6 is a different software, S4 HANA is a different software. So you are completely converting to the new software, new code line. So if you are converting from ECC to S4 HANA, that is what called as a conversion. In conversion, you can add your database migration also. Conversion with migration. You use some tool, right? For installation, what tool you use, boss? For installation of SAP system?
SWP.
We use one tool called SWPM. So in greenfield implementation, we use which tool? SWPM tool for greenfield implementation. Okay, and some data services and migration cockpit for moving the data. Okay, for conversion we use some tool. There is a tool called conversion. In conversion, if you want to change your database also, there is something called DMO. In some, there is an option called DMO, database migration option. The tool itself suggesting it is a migration, it is not a conversion. So now I'm having my ECC system. This is my ECC system with Oracle database. ECC 6.0 with Oracle. If I change this Oracle to HANA, what is that? Migration or conversion? If I go with different database, my application is same, and I'm changing the
Migration.
it is a migration. HANA means it is a migration. Okay. ECC to S4 HANA. ECC to I'm going to S4 HANA. Is it a upgradation? If I go with ECC 5 to ECC 6, ECC 5 to ECC 6 upgradation, ECC 6 to S4 HANA conversion. Why? I'm not using upgradation word here. It is a complete different code, different software. It is not a successor of ECC 6. For that reason, I am going to conversion. Okay, I am having S4 HANA 2022. From there, I am going to S4 HANA 2023. What is this? Upgradation. So as a basis consultant, you should have fair enough idea of implementation, conversion, migration, upgradation. Okay, ECC 6 with Oracle database you are having. ECC 6 with Oracle database, you want to go with S4 HANA with HANA database. Then use some
migration
for conversion and use DMO option for database migration. So conversion plus migration, both you are doing by which tool? Some tool. At a shot you can do. It is not mandatory first you to migrate to HANA database, then upgrade it to, then convert it to from EC6 to S4 HANA. No, it a single shot you can do by using some. Okay, we'll discuss in detail about all these features. So this is what called as your brownfield implementation. So what you are doing here in brownfield implementation, by using some tool-based technology conversion process of SAP Business Suite ERP system to S4 HANA using SAP Software Upgrade Manager. So here you are using some tool. In greenfield implementation, you are using SWPM. So for conversion, already SAP, you should be SAP customer. For greenfield implementation, you can be existing SAP customer as well as a third party system, not non-SAP customer also. So you're doing a greenfield implementation. So if you're using some Oracle Fusion, something, Oracle apps, so you can directly do the greenfield implementation of S4 HANA. You are a ECC customer, then you can directly go to convert to S4 HANA greenfield implementation. You can directly install that. And remember, if you are a ECC customer, in this scenario, you are a ECC 6.0 and you can convert to S4 HANA directly. But what about if you are on legacy SAP systems, S4 HANA systems? We can find S4 HANA systems as well in our organization. Still date we are using that. Can I convert my SAP S4 HANA 4.7 to S4 HANA? No, there is a minimum requirement. First of all, you should update that system to ECC 6, any EHP level. Then you convert into S4 HANA. First upgrade, then convert. Instead of doing all these things, do the greenfield implementation. Directly you can install S4 HANA system and directly jump into S4 HANA. And one more doubt here. So all your existing ERP system is this. Your old code, and you are installing a new system and moving all you are having custom customized data in your old system, right? ERP is what? It is a ready-made business application which can be customizable as per organizational requirement, right? So when you install your SAP system, can I directly use that software? Is only installation sufficient? I need to implement it. I need to installation is not sufficient. I need to implement it. Implement is what? Customization. Implement comprise of customization, modification, enhancement, and development. So in an entire world, no ERP is satisfying all the customers, right? You have a different requirement. You require some report which is not present in that software. What you need to do? By using that code, you can create your own report. Like that, you have to customize that software after installation. You need to customize, you need to modify, you need to enhance. If the code is not there, you need to develop. After that only it is ready for your business, right? Now you are installing S4 HANA. Simply in this ERP system, standard programs are there, and you have developed some 50 programs. Let's take example. That 50 programs you written for what? For bringing the data from hard disk. But if you directly post them on, deploy them on new code line, will they work? Yes, they work. How they work? If you install a HANA on ECC6, the performance is slow. For that, you need to do custom code analysis. So you have to, there are some tools to do custom code analysis. By using that tools, you need to modify that code according to S4 HANA standards, new code line standards, which is bringing the data from the RAM. For that reason only, in conversion, if you participate in this conversion topics, you are having something called custom code analysis, readiness check, and simplification item check. What all these? Simplification item check, what it is doing, whether your existing system is ready for updating to S4 HANA. That is what called as your readiness check. Yes. So if you are very new for this conversions and migration, you may get confused. We'll discuss all these topics. How you convert. The other third one is selective data transition. Selective data transition. This is conversion. This is selective data transition. Selective data transition is nothing but you install S4 HANA system. From there, you migrate the data. So here you are installing and migrating the data. So this is Bluefield installation. It is a combination of your greenfield and brownfield. The good thing about the greenfield and good things from the brownfield, they have taken that and they have done this. A Bluefield implementation means you install a new, you are consolidating. Let's take one example. You are having different ERP systems from different regions. From there, you are collecting data into one SAP centralized hub SAP system, S4 HANA system. For that, we used to do. I will discuss tomorrow in detail. Any doubts up to here? Hello. How? Why
All
they?
clear. Thanks.
Why they came to S4 HANA? Why they
No
came
doubts.
to HANA data? No doubts. Hi Vijay. You there?
Yes. All clear. Thanks, Jahangir.
Yeah, thank you. But before going, it's a first day. Can we have a small introduction session with you guys? Your
Sure.
names, at least name and your area of experience.
Sure. I'll start off. So, hi team. My name is Vijay Reddy. I've been in basis for about 8 years. I have my whole team join here for this training. We're part of the JTSI team, and we're in the level 1 support group, and we're just trying to get a refresher on basis and HANA administration. So glad to meet the whole team. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, same here.
And I'm
Vijay.
based out of Michigan, US.
Michigan. Okay. Yes, Karen. Karen and Abnay, Michael.
I'll start. My name
Yes,
is Muhammad Siddiqui. I have 4 years of basis experience. I'm based out in Chicago, and I'm from JTSI. So I'm here for the training. of Basis and HANA administration. So yeah, nice meeting you, Jahangir. Thank you.
Yeah, same here, Muhammad. All the best. Wishing you very all the best. And yes, Ronald.
Yeah, this is Roland Snitker. I'm again with part of the JTSI team. I've been around bases for 10 years and just looking forward to learning more about S4HANA.
Yeah, great, Ronald. All the best. Yes, Rick. You're the manager, I think. Rick.
Yeah, hi, this is Rick Grubbs. I'm the team manager for the JTSI group. I have basis background focused around managed cloud services going back to the mid 90s. Most of my time, though, is on the managerial side, so I'm not on the keyboard near as much. So this is a good refresher for me. So we look forward to keep continuing.
Yes, Rick. I saw you are getting all these things, right? How we started in SAP, how it is evolved, right? All this today's session.
Yep,
Yeah, it's a refreshing for
yep.
you. Yeah.
I started in 319. So
Yes, Rick.
I'm
All
proud
the
of
best,
that.
all the best. Thank you so much. And yeah, another.
Hi, this is
Hi.
Karen. Sorry, I
Hi,
didn't
Karen.
take myself off of mute quick enough. I've been in basis for about 8 years, so this is a nice refresher for me. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Karen. All the best. Abnay.
Hi, my name is Antoine Abney. I've been in SAP for about 5 years, in mostly support roles. So this is also a great refresher as well as looking to learn more information about Basis and S4HANA.
Okay, great, Abnay. Great meeting you. And Michael.